Reason why the US dropped the atomic bomb on Japan explained. August 6, 1945, a single bomb changed the world forever. In less than a minute, Hiroshima was engulfed in fire. 3 days later, Nagasaki followed. The United States became the first and only nation to use nuclear weapons in war. But why did America choose to drop the atomic bomb, and could the war have ended without it? By mid-1945, the war in Europe was over. But in the Pacific, Japan refused to surrender. American forces had fought brutal battles on islands like Iwo Jima and Okinawa, each one costing tens of thousands of lives. Japanese soldiers often fought to the last man, and civilians were told to die rather than surrender. For the Allies, it seemed that invading Japan's home islands would mean millions of casualties on both sides. In secret, since 1942, the United States had been developing a weapon unlike any seen before. Known as the Manhattan Project, it brought together the world's leading scientists, including refugees from Nazi Germany, to create an atomic bomb. By July 1945, the weapon was ready. The first successful test, codenamed Trinity, exploded in the New Mexico desert, lighting the sky brighter than the sun. President Harry Truman now faced a fateful choice: use the bomb, or risk a bloody invasion. Despite facing certain defeat, Japan's leaders refused to surrender unconditionally. The Allies demanded total capitulation in the Potsdam Declaration, warning of prompt and utter destruction if Japan continued fighting. But Japan's government, divided between moderates and hardliners, ignored the ultimatum. Meanwhile, American bombers devastated over 60 Japanese cities with conventional firebombs. Still, the resistance continued. Truman and his advisors believed only a massive shock could force Japan to surrender. Truman's military advisors estimated that invading Japan could cost up to 1 million American lives and even more Japanese. The Japanese army was training civilians, including children, to fight with bamboo spears. On August 6, 1945, the U.S. made its move. A B-29 bomber named Enola Gay took off from Tinian Island carrying a bomb called Little Boy. At 8:15 a.m., it exploded over Hiroshima. In seconds, the city vanished beneath a blinding flash. The explosion killed an estimated 70,000 people instantly, with tens of thousands more dying later from radiation. 3 days later, on August 9th, a second bomb, Fat Man, struck Nagasaki. The devastation was beyond imagination. Hospitals destroyed, rivers boiling, shadows burned into walls. For Japan, it was the breaking point. On August 15th, Emperor Hirohito addressed the nation, announcing surrender for the first time in history. The decision to drop the bomb remains one of the most controversial in history. Supporters argue it saved lives, ending the war quickly and avoiding a deadly invasion. Critics say Japan was already on the verge of surrender and that the bomb was used to demonstrate U.S. power to the Soviet Union. Truman himself said, "I regarded the bomb as a military weapon, and never had any doubt it should be used. But even those who built it were haunted by the outcome. The atomic bomb ended World War II, but it also began the nuclear age. It changed the nature of war forever, creating a world balance between peace and annihilation." Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as reminders of the power humans wield, and the responsibility that comes with it.